In the line of my duty, every day I encounter people who are deeply, deeply wounded. People are wounded in ways that you cannot imagine that a human being can truly hurt others. And when I encounter these people, one of the key things that they all express almost in common is that feeling of helplessness. I have been experiencing this pain for a very long time. How do I get out of it? Will I ever recover? That is the question that most people ask. The truth is, there are many people who recover from painful experiences, but only if sometimes there is proper intervention that is put in place. And the intervention at times is not necessarily going for therapy or going for a medical treatment, but sometimes it can be as simple as someone being there to support you, to walk with you, to understand you, and to help you through. Let me tackle one of the most painful experiences that people go through: sodomy or raping. People who have gone through rape or who have been sodomized, one of the things that you experience when they open up to you is a shame. Feeling like, I went through the most painful experience and I have lived with this all my life, not speaking a word to anyone. You can imagine the pain of carrying this pain for many years, some for 20 years, others for 30 years, others for 50 years. And the opening up for the first time to you. And some other narratives that you hear around that, people telling you, you know what? When I told my mother blamed me maybe because of how I was dressed, maybe for leaving home in the evening, maybe blamed me for, seducing my uncle, my cousin, that boy. But oftentimes it's not that. People are really, really living their lives. And again, there is nothing that can at any point justify an experience like that of a rape. Nothing at all. Even if someone walked naked, there is no reason at all to justify the act of raping another person or sodomizing a person. And so, my dear friends, what I would want to say is that there is always a chance for all of us to recover and to heal. If we have people who support us, if we have people who understand us, if we have people who love us honestly, without blaming us, without judging us, without caging us and giving us names, people who just want to be there for us, we recover and we become powerful people also in helping others and restoring others. And at the same time, spiritual help is also very necessary. There is a program that we've been doing, we call it Inner Healing. And we have seen a lot of transformation, especially for those who have been having inner wounds, those who have been wounded from childhood, by different experiences of life. And so we walk with them through the journey of inner healing, and they recover, they become powerful people. They experience the love of God, and they're able to share that love with others and motivate those others who have been through the same painful experiences in life. But also there's therapy, which is very helpful as well, because this is a place, a room, an environment where it's an environment of confidentiality, where someone is not there to judge you. A therapist is not there to judge you. It's not there to show you how big your problem is. It's not there to show you or to minimize anything. Sometimes, of course, I've had people who talk of, they went for a therapy session, and in the process, the therapist began to judge them, began to condemn them, began to speak the same voice that everybody else has spoken out there. And such clients who go through such experiences, they have a lot of pain. Sometimes they don't know what to do. They don't know where else to go to, because they thought if they go to a therapist, they will actually get some kind of help. But then they get to a therapist, and the therapist also condemns them. So what I would say is that it's important to try whatever available source of help. Explore, especially those that professional kind of help, and try to walk through your pain, through your challenges, and let yourself to be led. Because sometimes when we have been wounded, we actually live the rest of our lives like we are constantly in that moment of woundedness, that moment when we are hurt. And so what we do is the rest of our life, we are responding to that event which happened 10 years, 30 years ago. We are responding to that event every single day by every action, by every thought, by every emotion, by every choice we make. We are responding to those events. And so we need to heal and recover by creating a different kind of environment that actually helps us to understand that it's possible to heal, it's possible to move on with life, it's possible to have a different kind of life. So you can speak to a therapist, you can speak to a spiritual person, who, especially those who are aware of inner healing. They are able to work with you and support you, and you also will have life like everybody else. So there is hope for you. Do not feel broken, don't feel lost. There is hope for you. Just try a little more to work on what is happening in your life. Express yourself, open up, and you'll realize that whatever you've been grappling with all these years is possible to transform and have a new life.